Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. Here we are all together. I just wanted to show you what I just got in the mail. It's only a cute Lucy puppy. Look, isn't that cute? It's a drawing, and it came from a community member named Bitsy. I literally just barely got it. It's not even like out of the package, but I just wanted to thank her and your creativity and your talents, all of you guys. It just blows me away. So I really appreciate that. It just kind of came out of the blue. So it was such a treat. So thank you so much. Yeah, it's so sweet. So thank you, Bitsy, and thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. I guess it's happy birthday, Peg. Peg's birthday. Say happy birthday to Peg. Everyone's doing well. Thanks, Adam, for doing this and for hanging out, managing everything. And we will get started. I always do name checking at the end. So if you want to put your name up at the end and stick around, and I will thank you personally and say goodbye. So, all right, we are ready to go. Tanari, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, John of New. Hello, everybody. Hi, Craig. All right. Nancy Mace was walking around with a scarlet letter on her chest. Did she know that signaled she was an adulterer, or did she skip that book? Who's Nancy Mace? Is that a representative or something?
Yeah, she's a congressperson. She always presents herself as being sort of like more middle of the road, even though she's MAGA. But she flip-flops her positions all the time, depending on who she's talking to.
And so what is that a real question?
Yeah.
Or was she trying to do something? We don't know what she was doing?
She was saying because Kevin McCarthy, I guess, like kind of attacked her, that she wore a scarlet letter because she's a victim, which of course is the GOP brand, victimhood.
Okay. So did she know what that meant?
I guess maybe it's more, what was she really trying to do?
Okay. All right. So she is one of these people, like a lot of them, that have a very fragile ego, basically, and was very, instead of just going up to him and saying, hey, don't attack me or whatever, it's like making a big thing about it so that he won't do it again, instead of asking him not to do it again. So I feel like it was supposed to be some kind of deterrent. But it is because, these people, including this person, have really fragile egos. And the slightest thing is like the hugest thing to them, never forgotten. They have to get revenge. They have to make a big deal out of it. So it's just part of that. So that's what she was thinking, and that's what she was doing. She's lame. That's all. But it is like childish in a way, because it is like, instead of just going up to him and talking to him about it, it's like having to make a big thing about it and make herself the victim and it's drama, right? They love drama. And people that are lost in ego or lost in form, really, really, they need drama to kind of keep that going and keep it up, So that's what she was doing, and that's what she's about. Steve Scalise lost his bid to be Speaker of the House after Jim Jordan also lost his. Will never Kevin become ever Kevin? Will the GOP get their shit together? Well, it's interesting because on Friday, we looked at this on Friday with Debbie, and I saw Steve Scalise. And so I'm going to check again, because you know how these people are, right? They'll say one thing and then they'll be back, whatever. So, and it's weird because I had not thought of Steve Scalise at all. I just thought there's no way, but that's who I saw. So that was kind of, and then I saw Jim, and then I saw Jeffries coming in. So, and when this first happened, I think this was last Thursday Night Live, I was seeing nobody. I was seeing just like nobody. And then I thought, well, it must be somebody I don't know, which I didn't know the bow tie guy. I didn't know that bow tie guy. So he may be in longer than we think, but, acting speaker or whatever. So let me check. Let me ask my guys, what is the most likely scenario for coming up for these people where they get their act together? Okay, so I'm still seeing Steve Scalise. So he may be back. Or there may be they may be trying to get him to re-enter the race. It's really interesting, though. I'm seeing just a lot of arguing and fighting and some things spilling out like into the public. So it should be really interesting. It should be really like embarrassing for the country because these people cannot get their act together. But also, seeing what's going on around the world, we need like we need our government to function. I feel like there's efforts on the part of several of them to keep nobody in, like to have nobody get in. So there may be a pocket of people that will vote for nobody. They just want it to be chaos, basically, or they want it to be not functional. And I keep seeing, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I keep seeing Putin. And so there's something going on here that I think is a little bit bigger than just the House members. I feel like this spills over into other things. I feel like somebody might be expelled or kicked out or something. Because like I said, I feel like this boils over in some kind of way where they can't. I feel like somebody may get kicked out or expelled or something. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. I'm sorry it's not more clear. But I'm still seeing whatever. Steve Scalise says maybe he'll come back or something. And I'm seeing somebody maybe being kicked out or expelled or singled out in some way at least and like reprimanded, that kind of thing. But it could be that they expel somebody or kick someone out. But it does feel like a chaos, And remember, a couple of weeks ago, we got a heads up that the fall and the winter were going to be chaotic and crazy. And go watch my video that I did about a week ago. It's called The World as We Knew It. And it's before any of this hit the fan. But my guys talked about groups of people leaving the earth, that there was going to be just a lot of stuff happening. So, but in this, the good news is that in the spring, it feels like things lift. There's a real like lift of negative energy kind of out of the way. So just know that as well. Okay. All right. Is there any chance Hakeem Jeffries could somehow become the Speaker of the House with enough Republicans choosing him over nothing? That's what I had when I first saw like nobody and then like Jeffries, I thought maybe that's what's going to happen. Let me see if that is likely at all. All I'm doing is just following. My guys are helping me follow just the probabilities. So let me look at that. There sure is. There sure is a possibility of this. It's. I don't feel like it's the most likely right now, but there is a possibility of this happening. I'm seeing a guy with a beard who I feel like is a moderate or something, and I feel like he kind of either he brings this up or he's already talking to Democrats. But there's something about this guy. He has like a beard. He has dark hair. I feel like he's a moderate. To me, I don't think I know his name. Otherwise, I'd probably be able to come up with it. But I feel like he either is in talks right now with some Democrats or he leads the way to maybe do this. So that's what I'm getting. So yeah, it is a possibility. And we can, if there is a way we want this to go, we can start manifesting it, start just picturing him up there with the gavel and help this along. So yeah, it is a possibility. Yeah. Israeli question. It has been a tough week. Yeah. It's been, if you're a empath, you've had it's a lot. There are estimated to be 150 hostages in Gaza kidnapped Saturday from Israel. Will they be recovered? So this is entertainment purposes only. I'm getting several yes. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting. I'm going to leave it at that. Some people on the right have been promoting / warning about the idea of a global jihad Friday. Is this a legitimate threat or the ravings of the right? Thank you, Cheryl. I know you didn't pick the orange color. Okay, global jihad Friday. Is this a legitimate threat or the ravings of the right? No, that I'm getting this is it's a scare tactic, but it's also a it's racist. It's a type of racism. So no, it's just people being jerks, trying to stir things up and cause fear, and being racist for entertainment purposes only. So yeah. Russia and Iran have been cozying up together because they have being the most hated nations of the world in common. Did they bankroll the attacks on Saturday in Israel? So yeah, I mean, again, entertainment purposes only. Since this happened, I kept saying to Adam that I kept getting two countries clearly involved, and did feel that it was Iran and Russia. I'm getting something about like misinformation or information. Thank you, Lily Rose. Misinformation about kind of helping in that way. I'm getting something about like decoys. I keep seeing like plans like written out, like literally on paper, changing hands. They're on paper though. They're not, so not like traceable by like electron, like they've used some old fashioned means of communication. Literally handing things off by paper. And I just heard years in the making. So I feel like this has been a long range project, like a thing that's been and also taking advantage of the timing is taking advantage of what was happening in Israel right now. Because I feel like it may have been planned for another time, but they kind of pushed it forward because of what was happening. There was lots of distractions. They're talking about this being multi-pronged, so there's more pieces to this that we haven't seen yet. There's more either pieces that are yet to come or pieces that didn't happen that were supposed to happen or something like that. So there's more pieces to this. It's and it's to distract, help. Part of it is distracting the West from other things like Ukraine, like distracting the West, pulling resources. Yeah, they really need to like really stop and think about this. I mean, they're not going to, of course, they're just going to react or, do what countries do, but there's a lot to this. So I feel like if they could stop and like really assess and really think and get pulled together and pull resources together and really feel this out, they might react differently, because I feel like just going in guns blazing is kind of what they want them to do. That's the feeling I'm getting. So yeah, I wish, and you know why. I mean, of course you're angry and you want to just make things right, and people are calling for immediate action, but there's something about this that feels like they're playing into their hands in some way. So I just want to let you know this is what's coming up. So I mean, for all that to come up, but sometimes when I open the door, just information comes in. So all right, so that's what I got. Trump told his audience Hezbollah was smart and told about his grudge against Israel's Netanyahu. What's the logic, behind Trump's hurtful comments? Okay. He's sending signals. Like when he was like, Russia, if you're listening, that thing, he was sending a signal. He's sending signals. I don't know if he's sending signals for violence here or to help him in some way, this way or something, but I'm getting very clearly that he's sending signals. So that's what I'm getting. For entertainment purposes only. I feel like I'm going to just keep saying that. For entertainment purposes only, but that's what I'm getting. He's sending signals. It's not just an offhanded comment. And I think because he says crazy things, and he is crazy, but crazy like a fox, right? A lot of times he knows what he is doing. But I'm getting very clearly that he's sending signals by saying things like that. So yeah. Crazy old Maurice, exactly. Did Trump tendentially or directly provide any intel that helped the attack? I'm getting something about Israeli underground. Thank you, Amy M. Israeli underground. So I don't know if there's an underground operation that was used to protect Israel. I feel like it's people, though. Like people, I guess intelligence, people. It could be spies, I guess, but it feels like it's people. They're calling it. They're saying Israeli underground. So I feel like he may have given, for entertainment purposes only, he may have given information about that. Like, it's almost like, and I have to interpret here, right? So it's almost like it's something he told somebody, whether it was Putin or whoever, something about something they didn't know existed. Like they didn't even know it existed, and he told them about it. There's something about Sunday too. I'm hearing something about Sunday. So I feel like, I guess to put it in a nutshell, it feels like he may have given up something about Israeli intelligence that maybe they weren't aware of or didn't know. There are caves and an underground system for them to get around. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So whether it was on purpose or just his big mouth, shooting off his big mouth, but in some way he did help. But it was, like I said, I don't know if it was he knew what he was doing or he was just shooting off his big gob, because he's always shooting off a big gob and saying the wrong thing everywhere. But this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't want any trouble here. So that's what I'm getting.
FYI, because I've been stuck, like watching tons and tons of stuff on this. There were multiple tunnel systems that were built by Hamas going under. I don't know if they were used in this attack, but they had been previously discovered, which is why the new wall system, which was completed in 2021, actually went down many feet into the ground to prevent them from sort of like tunneling under it. And they had vibration devices on the wall, but those were taken out by drones. So it was a kind of cat and mouse game. So the Israelis were basically blinded to the fact that walls were being destroyed, people were coming through, and the watchtowers were being fired upon. So the Israeli first line of defense were basically blind to the attack and people coming in.
Okay.
There were tunnels, the whole tunnel.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, So something about that. But yeah, so either on purpose or inadvertently, he did give some information that helped.
It's what he does.
It's what he does. He's the worst. He's the worst. Dee asked if you could see any connections between the late, terrible Jeffrey Epstein and lamest judge in Florida, Eileen Cannon. Jeffrey Epstein and Eileen Cannon. Jeff Ep. Eileen Cannon. I'm hearing sweetheart deal. So she may have had some thing to do with that Jeffrey Epstein sweetheart deal that he made in the beginning. There's something about a jury case too, or a jury that's coming up. It's weird because I don't know if it's about that or it's about something coming up, but I just heard something about a jury with her. But I'm looking at the Jeff Ep thing, so that's all I got is she has something to do with the sweetheart deal he got. At least that's how I'm interpreting it, and something to do with the jury. And something about a slap on the wrist. So that's all I'm getting with that. So there's something, it seems like, but it's something to do with something a long time ago. I don't feel like it's anything like recent or anything like that. I mean, I know he's passed away, but it doesn't feel like it seems like it was something a long time ago in Florida. Yeah. Okay. How does Barron Trump feel about his father? You know, when nobody's looking. Okay. Interesting. I feel like he stays away from him, but I feel like he's been told to stay away from him. So it's probably Melania, or I mean, it could be his other kids. I don't know, but I feel like he doesn't have a lot of contact with him, and he's a little bit like everybody else. He's a little bit afraid of him, a little bit intimidated. But I feel like it's like he's been told to stay away. Oh, it could be by him, that he tells him to get lost. I don't know, but it does feel like he's been told to stay away, and that's kind of what he does. He kind of, and I feel like he does not see him like ever. He never really sees him. So not much of a relationship there, but I think to how he feels about him, it kind of comes up like stay away from him and being kind of like fearful of him. And not to get on his bad side. I feel like he doesn't really, he tries to just stay out of his line of sight. He just tries to be like a fly, like part of the furniture, basically. Like tries not to make himself conspicuous at all. He just kind of stays out of everything. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting with him. It's weird though. I'm not getting like he hates him or anything like that. I just feel like he's scared of him and just kind of tries to stay out of his way, basically. Pretty sad. Is Matt Gaetz pushing Never Kevin McCarthy out as speaker directed by Russia and Putin at all? Yeah, I always see really like strong ties for entertainment purposes only with Matt Gaetz. And it's interesting because I kind of feel like he's doing it just to like make them happy. I don't know that they've asked him to do these things, but I know that it feels like he knows what makes them happy. So he just does these things, like causing chaos and causing, upset and making things dysfunctional and things like that. Like he knows that makes them happy. But direct payments or something, let me see. I keep seeing things through campaigns. So they may be like giving to certain campaigns or putting money in certain campaigns through other, kind of how they did before, where they kind of laundered it through the NRA and kind of that kind of thing. It seems like it's going into campaigns somehow. But it does feel like they are. I don't feel like they're in direct contact, but I think he does things that he knows that they like, or he knows that they want. And that will kind of, that if they're happy, a payment will come in some form. That's what it feels like. I don't think it's like if you do this, we'll give you this much money. It's not like that. It's kind of like, it's very a little mobby, where they're not quite saying what they want. It's not quite so direct, but that is what's happening for entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only. Who will be the Georgia governor in 2026? Potential candidates include A.G. Christopher Carr, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, Georgia Agricultural Commissioner Tyler Harper. Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Kelly Loeffler, and Brad Raffensperger. Okay. Who will be the Georgia governor in 2026? I'm getting Raffensperger. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's what I'm getting. okay? Do you see the end of the Ukraine war anytime soon? Okay. I did feel like this winter was going to be kind of critical. And like I said, something is going on in the spring that it feels like it's, like I said, at our last thing, and like I said, that video that I made kind of told us it's going to be really, we're going to have people leaving in groups. It's kind of going to be a very chaotic fall and winter. But then something lifts in the spring. So I just wanted to reiterate that. And the video that I made also talks about ways to kind of deal with the upcoming few months, so that you kind of, know how to kind of process and deal with it. So, all right. The war in Ukraine. I'm hearing, okay, so I'm hearing, okay, so negotiations, and I heard brought to the table. So I feel like they're kind of going to be forced to come to the table and negotiate. I feel like it may be by next summer. So maybe that's when negotiations at least start. There's something that forces Putin to the table. Something forces him to the table because he's not happy about this. What else? And I see celebration. So there's something about this that is, but it's interesting. That doesn't feel like it's before it feels like it's before unless it's the following summer, but it feels like it's in the summertime. It doesn't feel like we're quite to the, like it's before the election, which is weird. But that's what I'm getting right now, unless I'm, thinking this is the following summer, but I feel like it's this summer. That something happens to force them to start negotiating. So I don't know how long this takes or what this means, but that's what I'm getting. So let's cross our fingers. But I'm telling you, Putin's not happy about it. He has his angry face on and his angry arms on. So he is not happy about this, but he's forced to the table. Interesting. What did that say? June is only what? I know. It's only 8 months away. I know that. I guess it could be the following summer, but I'm getting a summer having to come to the table and negotiate. So, I can only tell you what I get. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. But it's like a being forced to the table. It's not like it's, yeah, interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Alas, George Santos, well, a man of, yeah, infinite jest and cons. Does Santos regret his life of criming? Now his goose appears to be cooked. Yeah, certainly does. And again, we saw this coming as well. But, sometimes it takes a little while and it time is weird, but yeah, yeah, I do feel like he's going to go away to jail. um, we felt that before, so but I do feel like, yeah, does he regret it? You know, he's kind of I mean, he's not going to do anything like the Harvey Oswald, but it kind of reminds me of the stories about him. Like, he wanted to be like in with the big, you know, he wanted to be a spy, and he wanted to like be, and that reminds me of George Santos. Like but people like didn't even want him to crime for them. He was like so bad at it. So it's like, because I feel like he really tried to get in with Russia and get in with, you know, different, you know, try to go down different roads to get, you know, to do nefarious things, but they're like, no, you're good. It's okay. But it's interesting though. I feel like even now he feels like somebody may come to come to rescue him, because I feel like he always gets rescued, but I don't feel like anybody is. It's just the energy has changed, you know, and, you know, we've talked about this for years, right? That this is the way it goes. It's going to be you know, lots of things happening. We weren't, it was so confusing when Trump first got in, and all the things that were going on. And we're like, how could he do this? How is this possible that he's doing this? Why, you know, how is he able to do this and do that? Isn't this illegal? Isn't that illegal? And then we got that message about the unearthing and how everything was just going to come to the surface. And it really, this is you know, George Santos, he's caught in this energy of just things coming right to the surface. Nothing's really hidden anymore. So everything that's under the ground, or everything that's been hidden or hidden for decades, is coming out. All the corruption, all of the stuff, all of the ugly things happening in the world, you know, all of it, it's all just coming out, and it's overwhelming, you know, as you just think, is everybody a sex offender? Is everybody, you know, is everybody corrupt? What's going on here? But it's just that everything needs to come out so that we can see it, we can address it, face ourselves, you know, face our own stuff, and then fix it, and hopefully go forward in a better, wiser way. But it's all for our benefit, and it's really, really hard, but it is to ultimately help us to not do this stuff anymore. So there you go. But yeah, George Santos is a bumbling criminal, I guess you'd say, for entertainment purposes only. Music and Diana asked whether you see Trump on the 2024 ballot at this point in time. I've never seen that, you guys, and it's scary to be all by myself out here saying I just don't see it. But I'll look and see. I feel like there might be something coming, you guys. It almost feels like maybe he is pulled off. I think something's about to happen. So yeah, something's going on. Something is with this. I also feel another gag order coming. So there's something with that as well. I think he maybe pulled off the ticket. And I'm also feeling like this coming election is not, it's not normal in any way. And Joe Biden stays in. He's not, whoever's running is not going to win. It's Joe Biden is there. And I feel like Democrats take both houses. I've always felt like that. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I think there may be some reason he has to get off the ticket, or he can't be on the ticket or something. But it remains, you know, we'll see. I've seen the same thing for months, and I don't know why, but I feel like there's something about to. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but I feel like something's about to happen with Trump. I also wanted to make you aware of something. I got that he's either exiting United States or the earth, or exiting like the political scene or something. And I got the age 98, and I got, for some reason, I got the date of December 14th. I told this to Adam because I got it. It was so clear. And I know he's 90, or he's not 98, sorry, 78, age 78, December 14th. So I don't know if he's out of the, he leaves the country, he runs. Not sure, but there's something about that that's kind of like we're done with him. Like he's not a part of stuff anymore. So let's hang on until next year, December 14th. Okay. Yeah, he's 77 now. So, and it was age 78, December 14th. And so we looked up his birthday, and I guess he turns 78 in the summer. And then I know, I got the date of December 14th. So something's going on. Yeah, permanently muzzled.
You know what would be really funny is if we could get people just to buy into this and totally like celebrate his death day and just watch what happens to his mental state of mind.
His mental state just deteriorate. Oh my God.
Countdown.
Because he's so afraid of, I mean, after with the COVID, everything, he was so scared of when he was sick, and when his mental state would just deteriorate. So make t-shirts. Yeah, Rob, exactly. Happy Death Day. I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's, I don't know what it was, but it was just like this, like he's not a problem. He's not in our world anymore, or not in our, at least our political world, or not in our country, or not, he's not a problem anymore, basically, is what it was like. So circle your calendars, circle it on your calendar, and start manifesting it. Just think he's not our problem anymore by December 14th, for whatever reason. We don't know. It feels good having Biden, a grown-up, as president. Could you imagine if Trump was in right now? I mean, you can't even imagine we can't imagine what he would say, but just the nutty stuff he would do and try to make himself the middle of it, whatever. Will this help his 2024 chances? Okay. So like I said, I see him there. I see him winning in 2024. But will this be one of the reasons why? I do feel like he handles this actually really, really well. Because I feel like people are very have a lot of respect for him after this. So it does work in his favor. I mean, no, I'm sure no president wants to deal with anything like this, but he is, he does handle it well, and people seem to have more respect for him because of it. Maybe not, a certain group of people in the U.S. that they don't really have respect for anybody, right? They just don't have that kind of, except for one person who is the least deserving of respect. But so that's what I'm getting. So he'll be kind of respected, and will be seen as handling it well. So that's good. That's good for everybody. He was seeing explosion. There's something by the sea I keep seeing. Just FYI, for entertainment purposes only, I keep seeing something about being by I don't know if it's in the sea or by the sea or something, or by the ocean, or it's like by a body of water. I would say by a body of water, and it's an explosion. But it's important, or it's significant or something. So it could be a bridge. But I feel like it's significant. There's something about it that's significant. Okay, so just keep that in. It just came in. So just keep that in your back of your mind. But it's significant, and it's some way, it's like it pushes things forward in some way. So yeah, just know. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is apparently drawing fire for purchasing a $19,000 lectern.
When you stand behind it and you give pontificating speeches.
Oh, like a podium?
Podium, yeah.
Okay. Which she put on a government credit card. Well, this bite her in the ass, especially with her Tea Party idiots. God. She's the worst. Unfortunately, I feel like she'll kind of ride out the scandal. They learn, right, that they can if they just hold on just a little bit, if they're Republicans, of course, they can kind of just weather the storm and get through it. And I feel like that's what she's going to do. I feel like there's I feel like she kind of obscures the facts a little bit, but, oh, welcome, Music RN Diana. Welcome to the club. So, but I do feel like she'll kind of skate through, unfortunately. That's just what they do, They're hypocrites. I know, Debsy, it's true. I'm surprised she didn't do that as well. Put ruffles and flowers all over it. Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
So I think we're basically done, Kim.
Okay.
But I just wanted to show you this one thing. Someone had mentioned it in the chat, so I found it. It's Tommy Tuberville. We love Tommy Tuberville. He's such a nice guy. It's kind of a bit blurry here, but just watch. Gets out the plane. Here he comes. Whoa! He just fell off the screen. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
It's instant karma. Karma's gonna get you. I hope he's okay. But Oh no. He slid down the stairs. Let's look at Tommy. Since we have just a couple of minutes, let's look at Tommy Tuberville and how that's going to end up. Okay. All right. When you get mad at him, just think of that. Just play that little tape. Let's see. What is Tommy Tuberville's fate besides falling downstairs? So I see people getting voted on. So I feel like he may have to back off, or he's being told to back off. So I don't know how soon this is, but I'm seeing people like go through one after the other getting, voted on. So I feel like whatever he's doing, he kind of either he stops, or he's made to stop, or he's pressured to stop. And it feels like this may be, I hate doing times, but maybe after the first of the year, maybe after the holidays, something like that. But that's what I'm getting. So I feel like there's something that kind of pressures him to stop this nonsense. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. All right. Okay, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out. And we got a lot of questions done, and a lot of information came through. So I hope it helps. And just, go to center, go watch that video that I did about all the stuff that's going to be happening over, the next few months. Thank you, Truth. So nice of you. And it gives some suggestions in there. It does give a lot of information about what's going to be going on. And, hang on. We're all together. We'll get through this. We've gotten through a lot. We've gotten through so much. So just, hang on. And yeah. And go small, either big picture, or small. That's what my guides always tell me. So small just means like in the moment, day to day, do the things that you love, that make you happy. Keeping yourself in a good space so you can send out love and light, so you can think clearly, act in ways that will, that will help. And just as long as we're not acting out of like anger or fear, trying to stay in that good space that we can act from. Okay. So, all right. Let me go up here and I will say thank you. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for everything. Thank you, Teresa. Baltazar. Thank you, Neptune's other daughter. Lazan Brown. I'm going to see you in a couple weeks. Thank you. Mountain Sunshine. Jamie Johnson. Kindred Spirit. Annie Bear 7F. Thank you. Oh, you watched it again today. Good. Yeah. Please do, because that's what it's for, is to give you some information. So Shelly S, Pegasus, Sharon Sipe, MK Karen M, Pisces Greeter TK, Renee Dugan, Deborah Hoven, Lisa Purcell, Michelle Hott, Debbie Brady, Brand Visionary. Yay. Rob Felgiano, thank you so much. Sharon Sipe, Woween, or Wowin. Jess R, thanks for hanging out. Judith, thank you. Martha Spillman, Music RN Diana, thank you and welcome to the club. Carol Lamb, thank you. Kelly Scarborough, The Mystic Next Door. Check out her channel, please. The Mystic Next Door. Thank you, Kelly. Equus3333. Thank you, Marby Gongora. Patricia Franzino. Samilia Bankholes. Sweetie Darling Lulu. Francie. Mother of Three Gotcha. And Rudd. Pisces Greeter TK. Heather. Hilda Flores. And thank you anybody else who was helping with moderating tonight. That's always really helpful. Thank you. Kindred Spirit, Kat M, Patricia Franzino, Lucretia Valdez, Martha Spillman, Sparky, Tish L, Nancy the Water Chick. Oh, and I think we have just FYI, I think we have one spot left in our retreat that we were unaware of. So if you want to go, it's in like a couple of weeks, but if you really want to go, and you're, close to that area, in Utah, because we're going to be in Utah, let me know and I will send you the info. Just email me. Just email me. Okay. Nancy the Water Chick Truth, Marby Gangora, Sid C, Annie Bear 7F, Gigi by the Sea, Cynthia Shepherd, MK Karen M, Joanne Sanchez, Debbie Brady, Brand Visionary, Hilda Flores, thank you, or Flores, Cynthia Pierce, Jess R, Rebecca Davis, Ann G's, ZenCat 52, Mimi Rose, Patricia Franzino, Janice Connett, Carol Michael, Joanne Sanchez, Craig Dixon, a member for 21 months. Oh, how sweet. Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Craig. And thank you, Clara. Steph S. Okay, I'm hitting all these people again. Sparky, Michael Hott, or Michelle Hott, sorry. Carolyn Estorino, Jamie Johnson. Oh, Craig Dixon, thank you. Cheryl McLemore, Susan Bain, Minuit Maya, John of New, thank you. Check out John of New's channel. It is amazing. He's amazing. He's super positive, super positive when you need that. Always sees the bright side. Okay, Sudden Vision O, GVN Wings, Michelle Peterson, Pamela J, thank you so much. Edna May, MBG, thanks everybody. Betsy Hamilton, Marlis H, Shelly S, Marie Olga, Minnow Minette, Marlis H, Ness, thank you so much. Diane Silky, Rosie Grammy of 3, how cute. Sue Forrest, Kathy 1, thank you guys so much. Have a good night. GVN Wings, Darren, thank you. It's okay if you're lurking, that's fine. Marlis H, Celia Leland G. I lurk on lots of channels. I don't usually. Sometimes I'll put stuff in, but rarely. Usually I'm a lurker. Spiritual Seeker 583. Rosie Graham. Oh, I already did that one. Okay. Spiritual Seeker 583. Peace and Love 444. I'm seeing some new people tonight. I wonder why. And I did get a new shipment of my cards. So if you guys want cards, just email me or go to my website, intuitiveview.com. So I got another shipment finally. It was kind of a nightmare. They got stuck in, they have a new form. And so they got stuck at customs, but they are here. Okay, I think that's everybody. MRG. Oh, Stephanie Craig, 7 Angels. Oh. Oh. All right, everybody. Have a good night. And I will talk to you guys very soon. And yeah, everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend. I will talk to you in a couple weeks. Every Friday, or every other Friday that I'm not doing Thursday Night Live, I'm with Debbie on her channel, and we do this stuff together. So if you're interested in that, or something pops up and you want to hear, about that, or if you want to ask questions about that, that's where you can go on the off weeks that I'm not doing Thursday Night Live. But thanks for hanging out. And Sandy Miller just popped in. And Spiritual Seeker 583. Thanks, you guys. Have a great night. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right.